I think it's crazy that the reason they want to ban TikTok is they're so worried about China and privacy issues. Meanwhile, Zuck and Elon and all of them are telling us blatantly to our face, we don't care to check facts. We're going to let any and everybody on these platforms. It's like, what are y'all doing? Hey beauties, and welcome back, baby. It is cold outside, so I'm staying in the house and I'm playing in some makeup from my January makeup bag, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun and a little bit of chit chat. I'm literally just chatting it up about current events and TikTok bans and while I'm doing my makeup, so I hope that you will consider joining in and watching. If you're new here, hey, I'm Lydia Marie. I mainly do beauty content for women over 40, but all are welcome here. If you don't mind, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the beauty family. Listen, y'all, I just have one simple request. If you don't mind watching this video past the 5-minute mark, I'm really trying to get my videos to rank a little bit better on YouTube. Y'all know YouTube is my baby along with my blog, and I'm really trying to lean into it more this year. I normally don't ask for stuff like this, but I would appreciate it for this one video. If you don't mind giving it a thumbs up and watching it past the 5-minute mark, I would be appreciative. Let's go ahead and get into this because I got a lot to talk about. I got a lot of stuff on my chest, okay? Let's go ahead and get into this cute makeup look. So I'm starting with my eyes first. I have already laid down the primer that I'm using, which is the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. It's the same one I use all the time. And it has a nice little tackiness to it, which will help the eyeshadow stick. So of course the star of the show today is going to be the Anastasia Beverly Hills Spice palette. This is the one I picked up with my Ulta gift card on Christmas Eve, I think it was. And I've not used it, so we're going to dip into this. And I'm doing my eyes first because I don't know how much fallout this palette has. It looks like it only has 2 matte shades, which is this one and then this one. And the rest of them, these are like the soft sparkly ones, and these have a little bit of metallic in them. So I've also pulled out my Modern Renaissance mini palette for my transition shades. So we're going to kind of create an eye look with both of these. I'm going to take this shade right here and start building. Oh yeah, it does have some powdery fallout. And start building a little bit of a transition. And I'm just going to place it right here, a little bit above my crease, and see how this comes out. This is almost the shade of Painterly, so it looks like I'm just building on that. But it's been so much going on. How are y'all doing in this first couple of weeks of January? Are y'all hanging in there? It is so much going on. The news, I've had to turn off the news. I can't sit and continually watch the news over and over because one, it's the same info, and two, it's just all so bad. And it just, I can't, my empath spirit, it doesn't work well for me to sit and watch because I take it all on and then I start feeling bad. This whole week has been just so much, and so I've made a plan to cut my screen time in half. Normally I give myself a good 4 hours a day of screen time, which is still a lot. But because I do content online, it's not all that, you know, a lot, but I've cut it in half because I just can't. Every time I scroll, it's like I'm doom scrolling. I don't like that. I'm going in with this orange sickle shade right here and just kind of tapping that right over the color. And we're just going to keep building up a little bit of transition. Someone asked me about my eyeshadow looks. I think it was on Instagram. And do I always do a wing? But I'm not doing a wing intentionally with my eyeshadow unless I blend it out past here. This is the shape of my eye. So when you're doing eyeshadow, you're following the shape of your eye, especially when you're building or laying down a transition shade. I have a wide eye, so my eye goes, my whole eyelid space is right there. So I'm not coloring outside of the lines per se. I'm literally just following the shape of my eyes, and eyeshadow looks different on everyone because we have different eye shapes. And even if I do a wing all the time, that's my business. But anyway, y'all, the news and this TikTok ban, I'm not particularly worried per se about TikTok getting banned. I just think it's a dumb fight to have right now, because I know that they are, you know, the powers that be. I'm dipping more into this palette because this one has so many shimmers. So the powers that be are really pissed that TikTok is a bed of information. I use TikTok in different ways. I mostly do it just to have fun. Like when it first came out, it was during the pandemic, right? We was all at home. I started doing TikTok just kicking it like everybody else, just doing like voiceovers and, you know, trending audio. I didn't really take it seriously, but TikTok is the place where I've gotten a good portion of my brand deals. So when I started taking it seriously in terms of content, and sometimes I don't even take it seriously in terms of content, I'm just like, okay girl, let's just kick it over here and see what happens. So I don't know, this ban is, I feel like we have other stuff to worry about. But at the same time, it makes me sad for people who have built genuine careers on that app and things that have really changed their life and the lives of their family, even for generations. Like, I know creators who have, you know, built such a following and made so much money that they have, you know, bought homes and been, you know, set their kids up for years and years and years. So it's a bed of opportunity. And that's also another thing why I think my little conspiracy theory brain is like Zuck and Meta and whoever, they don't really like that, because they stopped allowing creators to make so much money off of Instagram. If you remember, Instagram used to be the place for brand deals, for creators to really get brand deals. Like, they were making money hand over fingers, and then they came in and was like, no, you can only make money this. So if you were a creator in 2017 on like Instagram, you was making bank, okay? But if you, like recently, if you're trying to grow on Instagram, it's very hard. So TikTok became the place where creators could really make a lot of money being whatever they were doing in their field. And I also think that's a big reason, like, you know, they don't want to see that prosper anymore. And it's just, again, my point is, I feel like we have other things to worry about as a country than an app. You know, that's just my opinion. Okay, I think I'm gonna try this little coppery shade right here. A little bit of that. This is what that looks like. They have numbers on the back. They're not named, but they're numbered. So, and yeah, it has a little bit here. And I'm just gonna, oh yeah, that's nice. But it is glittery, I can tell. So I'm very glad I did not do my makeup yet. My face makeup yet, because it is quite glittery. See, in the pan how it's kind of separating. The reviews on this are like a 3.5. But I don't know, I feel like if you buy Anastasia palettes, you kind of know what you're getting into. I feel like if you're new to Anastasia palettes, you might be like, oh, why is it so soft? But if you're not new to ABH palettes, you kind of know what you're getting, right? So I was like, all right, I'm going to try it. But the pigment and all that is definitely there. Faux show. Because even with that little bit amount, I wish it was more matte in this palette. I think that would be stunning to have like these two colors in this matte shade. That would be beautiful. So, but we gonna make it do what it do, yeah, it's all good. I think I'm gonna try a little bit of this brown. It's got shimmer. It can kind of be used, no, I'm sorry, I'm pointing to the wrong one. This one, a little bit over top of that. It has some shimmer in it, but it's not as a soft, you know, glittery like that. But anyway, girl, another reason why I had to turn off the news, because I had my own stuff to worry about, child. I got my own stuff trying to go on. January got hands already, and it's only what, the 11th or so? But January got hands. Shout out to my girl Erica Tesla. I follow her on here. She's a creator, and she just did this bomb, like a blue green sort of situation. And I was like, that's gonna be my next video too, is doing some color on my lids, like some actual color on my lid. Oh yeah, that made it a little bit better, a little bit smoky. But she just did this beautiful eyeshadow look. It was like greens and dark blue. I was like, ooh, that's so pretty. And that's another way I've been escaping too, is watching beauty content on YouTube. Beauty content and cooking is what I've been watching on YouTube. I've gotten back to watching full tutorials. I like to watch videos past the 5-minute mark, so that way YouTube will show that somebody is watching the creator's videos. So if you're watching this, I hope you will watch past the 5-minute mark. So YouTube, you will be like, oh yeah, people are watching her videos. Yeah, so I'm gonna move on to my face and we're gonna come back and finish the eye, but I kind of like this little sparkle in that on the end. So let's do some quick complexion. But it's looking quite likely that that app will get banned, and I think that's really unfortunate. I enjoy it for the most part, and I can curate pretty much what I want to see, which makes it good. And a couple of my favorite creators over there, specifically the girls who cook, have said that they have made platformers over here on YouTube, which is great. It's just one girl I follow, and I promise you, if when I find her name, I'm going to tag her channel. She does cooking 101 for the girls. That's what she calls it. Welcome back to Cooking 101s for the girls. And she does cooking just enough for 1 or 2 people. That's who I like to follow, because she doesn't cook a bunch of food. She's like, I'm cooking this dish, and she plates it up really nice, and they're really accessible type of dishes and stuff. Definitely going to be following her over here. So I'm going to miss that kind of quick content, but I think with more people leaning into YouTube is a different bag. Like, it's a different bag over here. This is a long game type of format. It's not too many people on YouTube that go viral like that, unless you're a gamer, or like you do different type of games, or you do reality show kind of recap stuff, that kind of stuff. But beauty content, it's a slow burn, baby. For my foundation, I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear. A lot of people are reactivating their YouTube channels, which I think is great. Like, I prefer long form content. I'm just gonna pour it out because you know this don't come with a pump. I prefer long-term content. Like, sometimes the short form, when it's like super quick cuts and stuff, seeing people apply makeup in like 3 times the speed, it makes my head hurt. I'm like, can you please slow down and show us the work? Like, I want to see your work. Like, so I like it. So if my short form girlies, ooh, that is a lot. Why did I pour so much out? That's why I need a pump. Oh my God. Estee Lauder Double Wear, and you gotta buy the pump for Estee Lauder. It's like, girl, what is this? I'm not gonna use it up, child. But Estee Lauder Double Wear does not have a pump, neither does Maybelline. But I will be following some of the makeup girlies who come over to YouTube, especially if they are reactivating their channels. I think that's fantastic. YouTube beauty community is not dead. I think it's thriving more than ever, and I think with the ban or whatever disappearance of TikTok, it's just gonna thrive even more. I didn't color correct because this is a great full coverage foundation, and we're just chit-chatting, and I'm gonna clean up that eyeshadow just like that on the edges, and I'll do the same with my concealer. If this app or this, whatever that TikTok does happen to go away, I'm here. I've been on YouTube. Had my blog. I've had my beauty blog since 2020, and it's still thriving. People still do read blogs. So if you're thinking about starting a blog or reopening your blog, people still read blogs. And Google is your friend. Google and YouTube are search engines. So if you're writing something or you're making videos about something, somebody is searching for what you're making. They are searching for what you're making. So lean into apps that are search engines. Get your own URL. I can't stress that enough. Having my own website has been a game changer, because people say, where can I find you? And I put www.beautybyelmarie.com, and that's mine. So, you know, little tips from me to you. Let's do some concealer. I'm using my MAC Studio Radiance Concealer in the shade NC27 for a little brightness. And then I'm going to use the Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade 4W for some additional concealing / color correcting. I love that Estee Lauder foundation. And I did under the foundation, I put on my e.l.f. Halo Glow, which is why I have such a glow underneath, because you know that Estee Lauder is matte. So I use e.l.f. Halo Glow underneath. And these are the 2 concealers that I'm going to use. I'm going to put the MAC down here. I really enjoy this. Have y'all tried the new MAC Nudes collection, the lipsticks? They re-released some shades, and then they reformulated some of their more popular ones. I did a shorts video about the 2 shades that I got right under here. I love it. It's so good. But I love neutral lipstick and I love matte lipstick anyway. So they released some lipsticks in the nudes or neutrals collection. Like they re-released Hodgepodge and Stone. They did a new formulation of Yash, which is one of my favorites. So check out that video right here, and then check out my community tab because I'll have everything that I used over there. But this year I have some plans that like for moving, I want to move to a bigger place. Not sure if I'm going to be in Charlotte once the fall comes. I'm not sure. I'm getting that little wanderlust urge to kind of move around again. I don't know where. I'm not sure. When I originally was moving to North Carolina, I was supposed to go to Durham. That was the place that I was, you know, saying I'm gonna go to Raleigh Durham, I'm gonna go to Raleigh Durham, and I ended up in Charlotte, and I've been in Charlotte this year will make 7 years. And I'm like, am I ready to move, or am I just comfortable here? That's why I've stayed. And I made that mistake before in the city that I lived in. I got comfortable. I didn't like it anymore, but I was comfortable and I didn't want to move. But this year I'm not going to do that. I'm really going to be active in choosing the next place for me, and I don't know where, but I want a bigger bedroom. I woke up this morning and like I could see everything from my bedroom. I want a bigger space. And yeah, so that's on my wish list for this year, and I'm just praying and keeping the faith and working to make the things that I want come true. Look at those 2 concealers together, girl. What's 4 plus 4? 8. I'm gonna set that concealer with a little bit of a lighter powder. This is my Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder, my favorite drugstore setting powder ever. A lot of people like the Maybelline Fit Me. I think that's great, but for my dry skin, this is just a little bit more finely milled, especially for my under eye. And this big old container only costs like $6. I've had this for like 3 years. I don't think I'm gonna ever empty it because it's so big, but it does a really good job of setting and giving me just a tidbit of brightness. And I want brightness to kind of counteract the wing here, so that's what we gonna do. Yeah, I like that. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of sad. I don't want it to go away, but it's just an app. And like I said, I have my digital currency elsewhere, and I'm happy about that. I just paid the coin to renew my website, child, because I was like, you know what? I like my blog, though. I like that I can talk about beauty products, and you never know what people are searching for. I have a post over there that I wrote last May, for the best concealers for women over 40, and that's still doing numbers. Also, the Fenty Bright Fix is having a viral moment right now, and I wrote a blog post in 2022 when it first released and did a YouTube video on it, and it's picking up traction again because Fenty is having a viral moment with that product that they released over 2 years ago. Get your blog. Get your YouTube, okay? People are searching. You never know what people are searching for at all. I'm going to do a little bit of sculpting with my Juvia's Place bronzer palette. Not with this one. This is too red. I would wear this as a blush. But when I want to do some deep sculpting, I'm going to go in with this one. And this is the Juvia's Place bronze palette in the shade Dark. So we're just going to sculpt it out. I was going to do a peach blush, but I think I'm going to do this Huda Beauty Black Cherry blush because that would go really well. And I pulled out the black, what is it called? Blackberry lip liner from Anastasia. So, oh, you know what? Maybe I should just wear that as blush, this bronzer, instead of, because I put it in the wrong place anyway because I was running my mouth. Let me see. Maybe that'll just be the blush for today. I don't know. That's what I get for talking so much. We love that. Also, before I did the bronzer, I did spray my face down with my e.l.f., my good sis, the Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I think that might be the bronzing. That might be the blush. We just gonna blondes today. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna blondes with this Juvia's Place, okay? Period. I changed my mind, because when have I ever skipped blush? Plus, this blush is so lightweight, it's gonna blend in just like that. This is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Blush in the shade Black Cherry. Take off that bronzer. just a little bit. I'm just gonna tap it right into the bronzer, just a little bit. I'm gonna go over my face lastly with the e.l.f. pressed powder. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow pressed powder. I did a video about that one too, very short video. This is a new product from e.l.f. It is said to kind of be, you know how e.l.f. do, honey, the word on the street. If it's this, is this, or the MAC powder, because it's a mineralized kind of pressed powder. It gives you radiance while still setting your makeup. And I'm going to try it all over the face. I think I only did it here and here the last time, but I'm going to tap it where I don't have my Wet n Wild powder, just to kind of go with the flow. Plus I have on the Halo Glow filter underneath the foundation. I'm going to take a little bit around my forehead. It's a really nice powder though. I wore it for hours the other day and I didn't have any like separation or anything. It's a really nice powder. And I have the shade Medium Neutral. It'll be in the description box as per usual. And I'm just going to kind of take it over there and down. You don't need a lot of it. Yeah, that looks nice. So I'm using the Anastasia lip pencil in the shade Blackberry. I literally just took this out the box. As you can see, it's nice and sharp. Anastasia has great lip liners, like really old school #2 type of pencil liners. That's really pretty. I'm gonna do whatever I have in front of me, which is this MAC lipstick. We're gonna do this because that's what I have, and I don't think I have any gloss. Let me see. I have some clear gloss actually, and then I have the, oh, you know what? Let's do Blackberry with Anastasia. Let's just do this color. Yeah. Let's just do that. Since we have Black Cherry on the cheeks, the Spicy palette on the lips, let's just do this in the middle. I still like this. This is the Velvet Mousse. Their Velvet Mousse lipstick. Oh yeah. That's a good color for winter. It's vampy without being overbearing to me. I like that. Alright guys, this is the final look. I'm just giving myself a quick fan because I sprayed my face down with the e.l.f. and I just wanted to dry. But this is the final look. I think that came out very pretty. That Estee Lauder mixed in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow is the perfect blend of the full coverage with still a little bit of glow. And the eyeshadow palette is good, but it's probably not my favorite. I feel like it would do really, really well if they'd had more mattes. But I like it, but I mixed it in with the Modern Renaissance palette and that came out just fine. It can give you a little vampy, you can do neutral. I'll be playing with this again, but this was in my January makeup bag, so I wanted to make sure I used it in the month of January. But I like how that came out. Oh, I need to put some earrings on. Hold on, girl. Hold on. So thanks so much for tuning in to this makeup and chit chat video. I really like this because it's more relaxed. And while I'm doing my face, I can just talk to y'all. So I hope you like it as well. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Please, if you can. Please, and I normally don't ask for stuff like this. If you are watching this video, please try to watch it past the 5-minute mark so that it can rank a little bit higher on YouTube. I'm really putting my all into this channel. So if you make it this far in the video, you made it to the outro, please try if you want to, and if you don't mind supporting, watching it at least past the 5-minute mark without skipping, so YouTube will see it and kind of rank it, because I'm really trying to, you know, make it do what it do over here on YouTube. Thanks again for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and consider joining the beauty family. I will be back here with my next video real soon. Bye.